It's sales season again for Xbox fans, but this recent sale is starting to frustrate people, and for good reason.
That is the Activision Blizzard sale. Now, I'm here on the Microsoft Store on PC, but I can assure you this sale is also present on Xbox consoles. There's plenty of incredible Activision Blizzard games here, like Black Ops 3, which still holds up all these years later. I actually just played it a little while ago in the multiplayer. Man, it's like gaming Nirvana. It's that good. Now, there is some missing games, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, which we'll come back to in a little bit. But another sticking point is that where are these games on Game Pass? For the record, the Activision Blizzard sale happens quite frequently, about every 3 months or so, but in September 2025, people are getting tired of this. One of the big benefits a lot of Xbox fans were expecting once Xbox's Activision Blizzard sale was finalized happened to be its massive catalog of games jumping onto Game Pass. The Activision Blizzard Game Pass library right now isn't completely dog water, as you got Diablo 3, Diablo 4, even Diablo 1 on PC Game Pass, which is awesome if you didn't know about that. Plus, there's Crash Bandicoot 1 through 4, Spyro, and all the new Activision Blizzard games coming out, but there's also a ton of stuff missing. Where's Sekiro, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, and the big elephant in the room, the huge sea of Call of Duty games? Look at how Xbox handled Bethesda's library on Game Pass. Once the Bethesda deal was finalized, Xbox immediately put a ton of games on Game Pass, and most of the absent titles were added around a few months later. For some reason, that just ain't the case for Activision Blizzard. Ever since the deal was finalized by the end of 2023, people wanted that huge COD Game Pass drop, especially because, well, let's face it, Xbox is the best platform for Call of Duty. It has the largest library thanks to backwards compatibility, and unlike PC, it's actually safe to play. Sure, Xbox added the new Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and the only true older COD, World War II, onto Game Pass, but that just isn't enough. Games like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, arguably the two best games in the entire series, should be on Game Pass by now. It's ridiculous.
Now, for you as a consumer, it's not all doom and gloom. For one, the biggest reason the COD community wants these games on Game Pass is to repopulate the player base. That's all well and good for the more unpopular CODs, but for titles like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, you can still get into a game rather quickly on Xbox, at least for me. BO2 and BO3 would still benefit greatly on this service because, as seen with World War II on Game Pass, every mode will be active, instead of just the usual with Team Deathmatch, the only reliable mode you can get into at any given moment. Also, before you drop any money on the sale, consider physical copies. Physical copies of Call of Duty games are almost always dirt cheap since they're so abundant like Madden. I got Advanced Warfare on the Xbox One for just $9 at a local shop, and that's much better than the current sale price of $20. Plus, I got it $9 flat with no sales tax because I live in Oregon. Make sure to check your local game store. Last thing to note about the sale is that it applies to both Xbox consoles and Xbox PC. Nearly every Call of Duty game has its own Xbox PC version with an entirely unique achievement list. You'll have to buy the game again if you already own it on Xbox consoles, but keep in mind that these will play natively on the upcoming ROG Xbox Ally. If you want to play Black Ops 3 Zombies on the go using the new Xbox full screen experience, I would recommend picking up the Xbox PC version on sale right now. The sale ends September 22nd. Just don't expect to play multiplayer because there's no crossplay with Steam, meaning virtually nobody's on it. Also, make sure to see if they have controller support because most don't, even 2013's Call of Duty Ghosts. With nearly every COD having its own Xbox PC version, fans expect them to be on Game Pass eventually, but at this point, I don't know. We're 20 months removed from the start of 2024, which is when many thought COD games would start arriving on Game Pass. Mackin91, an achievement guide YouTuber, even pre-made achievement guides for various COD titles, expecting them to arrive on Game Pass that year, only for it to never happen. Activision has a long history of making people stick to the newest COD game, with things like removing various COD fan projects, and with Black Ops 7 Beta coming really soon, I think we won't be getting any retro COD titles on Game Pass, at least for the rest of the year.